Arsenal is one of the Roblox games that I wish was less cool on paper. New players watch the trailer for Arsenal and get excited, but as soon as they join, they just get discouraged by tryhards and sweats. However, I am here, giving away advice on how to be better in Arsenal. Maybe a top 5, or top 3, or first. It really all depends on your commitment to mastering these tips. Alright, let's get into it. When playing this game, you have to master two important things: aim and positioning. I won't be getting too into these since these already develop when playing the game itself. The more you shoot your gun, the better you'll get at it. Same thing with positioning. The more experience you have, you'll be able to learn when to do certain movements. Other thing when playing Arsenal is to not let your emotions get control over you. Even joy. For example, if you get killed by a person that is a far lower level than you, don't get mad. Just relax and focus on gameplay instead of spamming chat with slurs and insults. You'll also have to change your settings to the way you want them, like your FOV or crosshair color or sensitivity. Let's say you're going all about playing the game when you suddenly run out of ammo and enemies are nearby. What do? A. Go out looking for ammo packs from dead bodies. Or B. Kill bind so you respawn with ammo. Correct. Using the ultimate form of disrespect by backstabbing them with your melee. Okay, but seriously, if you get into some trouble that is in close range, just use your melee and demote your enemy. If the enemy is chasing you though, just outstraight them. This is called trick stabbing, baiting your enemy to look the other way by using corners and choke points to get behind and backstab them. This tactic is best used when you have the golden knife, but don't sleep on it even when you don't have it. When you do master this, it will make you feel invincible. I was playing Arsenal earlier. I saw new players missing every single shot with a sniper. A tip on fixing your sniper aim is to master calm aim. What I mean by this is when scoping in on an enemy, don't panic and move your cursor, trying to painfully get your crosshair to their head. Instead, you just want to keep still and let their head come to your crosshair. Practicing this skill forces you to relax and take time with your shots. Also, don't ADS too much. Practice your hip shots. Only ADS when fighting long range. If you're fighting mid range, go for no scopes or quick scopes. But if you're fighting close range, don't use the scope at all and use your melee.
Okay, so my aim is pretty good, but I keep dying even though my crosshairs are my enemy. What is happening?
See, what you are doing there is aiming at their arms or feet, areas that if they are hit, don't do much damage, so you need to put your crosshair at their torso or head.
Okay, but aiming for the head is so difficult. The head box is so small.
So that's what this game is for, aim blocks. This game is really good if you want to improve your aim, but on PC, if you have a lot more storage, you can install Valorant. Utilizing their training range and deathmatches forces you to go for headshots, and FYI, their hitbox is even smaller. But if you don't have a lot of storage or you're on mobile or Xbox, just use aim blocks or play counter blocks to improve your crosshair placement. Well, now you know how to shoot and outplay other players, but your character movement is so slow. So we need to cover that weakness with another type of playstyle. Sure, we can technically do that by adding some range to our kit and selling your soul, but we really just need to add mobility to our kit. In order to do this though, we need a high power explosive with high damage, fast fire rate, and reasonable mag size. I know that is a lot to ask for, so I understand if there's any weapon like that in the... Okay, that should do it. Using any explosive in the game, you can get rocket jump. You can rocket jump to get yourself further into the enemy lines.
I was already doing that.
Nope, just no. That isn't right. I mean speed pegging. Basically using anything to rocket jump at a diagonal direction to give you more speed and control on where and who you land on. When done correctly, you are able to get a double or triple kill. Now, with all this speed pegging around and triple kills, it's practically a sin to not mention a certain playstyle. That's right. Using the previous tip of trick stabbing, you can use the ultimate form of disrespect and speed pegging, then using your melee to backstab your enemy. This is what is commonly known as Troller or Troper. This isn't the first instance that this term was used though. My research shows that the first games these terms were used was in Team Fortress 2 and Typical Colors 2. Honestly, I can talk about mobility all day, but I'm just surprised that they added this to the game. It's just...
Arsenal!
What? What?
You're getting off track again. You can't actually spend another 5 hours on mobility tutorials. We only have the studio for another day, and we have to get the script done.
Okay, fine. Wait, now that I think about it, why are we in the studio? Aren't we running for some crazy high schooler trying to control us?
No, this is a procedural show. Everything goes back to normal at the beginning of the next episode. Except that person, he's still here.
We're gonna have to pay for that, right?
Yeah, probably.
Well, we have enough money to cover it, right? What about that money we got from the JFK sponsorship?
What part of the procedural do you not understand, man? We're broke.
Fine. I guess we need an actual sponsor.
Hello?
Hey Brian, it's Arsenal. Can you do me a favor?
Sure, what's up?
Can you lend us some money for this guy for recording? We need some money for some production costs.
Maybe. I just gotta check if I can cover it for you. Okay. I can send you a manager to take care of your problem.
Okay, thanks man. And when are they going to arrive? Yep. 5 seconds? Yeah, that's okay with me. Okay, see you then.
Are they coming?
They just did.
Perfect. Back to the guide. Where were we again?
I just honestly don't remember. Just let me read this clip and maybe it'll come to me. So we're at Hillside with the rocket launcher, respawning, rocket jumping. Oh, right. So you might die while rocket jumping, but it only happens like 75% of the time. If you're just going to go all out willy-nilly, and considering you are forced to switch weapons when you get a kill, you basically get the same amount of attempts as the amount of years it took for the essential powers to get absolutely destroyed. Okay, but seriously, as long as your opponent doesn't notice you, you'll be alright. Okay, but surely I will live here, right? Oh, man. Yeah. At some time you're going to have to learn when to actually rocket jump. But don't worry, you just need to have some patience. If you happen to find some unsuspecting players in one spot, you can probably line up your shot, so they can all die to the explosion. And if another unfortunate soul happens to respawn in that position, that is an epic triple kill. Also, when playing Arsenal, you need to use the environment around you as cover. Like, look in this clip. I was playing in the map Midtown. This mode, the mode is automatic weapons. So in order to get more kills, I push into the enemy spawn. Then you see I get into some trouble and boom. I use the cars as cover from incoming enemy fire. And guess what? I ended up surviving. Taking advantage of the game's environment like this gives you more of a chance for survival. When equipped with any kind of weapon, you need to be able to predict your enemies with game sense. If you have a projectile weapon, you need to predict your opponent's movements in order to get a direct hit. And when you have any other weapon though, you basically need to read their mind. But if they think you're going to rush them, go on a flank route. But if you think someone is flanking them, rush at them with your weapon. Overall, you just need to be unexpected. By acting this inhumane, you basically turn your opponent's battle into a never-ending corn maze. So it is your job to make plays that will make your opponents question their skill altogether. Even if it brings no tactical advantage to the rest of your teammates, just do it anyway. The point of the game is not to win or get as many kills, it's about confusing the hell out of your opponents. And what is more confusing to the opponents than anything else? That is to use anything except your gun. The melees are another complete set of chaos. It is just a time waster, sure, but that's what makes it so good for confusing enemies. But somehow it is still effective. You get one lucky trick stab or backstab, and that person is downgraded to a worse weapon. It does a decent amount of damage. There is no getting around it. It demotes you. It's loud. It's annoying. And I hear you saying, well, that's not fun to play against. Well, I got some news for you. You're playing Arsenal. The ship has long gone, dude.
Okay, stop. Just stop.
Wait, what?
Why do you keep on doing this?
What do you mean?
We usually start as an actual tutorial, but then it gets dumber, and eventually it just falls apart.
Well, what's wrong with that? Aren't the viewers, loving that video structure?
No, they're not. We're supposed to be better at giving actual advice on how to be better at Arsenal.
Was not just doing that?
No, right now, you just look and sound like a crackhead that has nothing to give. If you really want to get people's attention and more subscribers, you need to change the structure of our videos.
Yeah, no, you're right. Next video, we'll do something fresh. Right now, do we say we just end it here?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Well, guys, looks like that is all the advice there is to being better at Arsenal. Not a big list, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure you guys can come up with new and improved methods than what I suggested here. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any new content. Have a good day and see you next time.